Okay, reminders for therapists, okay? Something I've said on here before is that I am always the most anxious for a second session with a client because intake session, we kind of have a script, we have to do our DA, it's very structured, but when I'm actually practicing therapy, I'm not a structured therapist. And so our second session is where we actually start to feel out okay, is this gonna be a good fit? Are the vibes right? Are we meshing? Are we on the same path? That kind of thing. And so one thing you might not know about me is I don't see a lot of clients anymore, but I've had a recent resurgence of I kind of miss doing the work. So I've had an influx of new clients over the last month. And I had a second session with a client earlier this week where I was just I was literally so nervous for it all week. I was so fucking nervous. There are reasons why, and I don't want to get too much into it because I obviously don't want to overshare about this client. But the second session that, again, I've just been anxious for all week finally comes, and guess what? It was literally amazing. What the fuck? What the fuck? I've been so stressed the entire week for this session for literally no reason because it was an incredible session. And that doesn't always happen. I've said this before, second sessions are often pretty awkward. I've had plenty of awkward second sessions. It's okay. But I want to give a reminder that you are not bad at your job. You don't need to feel this imposter syndrome. I've been doing this shit for 10 years. I've been doing this shit since I was 21, okay? And I still get anxious for it all of the time. That doesn't mean we're bad at our job. That doesn't mean we don't know what we're doing. It just means that we're human, okay? And I actually argue all the time that I think having a little bit of anxiety going into session isn't a bad thing because I think it reminds us how important this work is to the person we're meeting with. Because it can get just so easy to get wrapped up in the flow of okay, I do this day in and day out, and it just kind of feels conveyor belty. I feel we can fall into that trap super easy. And so again, I didn't love the sensation of anxiety that I felt for no fucking reason all week. However, I don't totally hate it because again, it's just a reminder to me of how important the work is, which I think is a good thing. So anyway, moral of the story is fuck your imposter syndrome. You're good at your job and everything's gonna be okay. Mwah, I love you, bye.